Hello everyone. Before we get started with today's video, let me ask you a quick question. Do you have any left-handed friends or family members? Have you ever heard people say that left-handed folks are smarter? Like in school, was that left-handed classmate sitting in front of you always acing math exams? At work, is that left-handed colleague the one who always comes up with brilliant out-of-the-box ideas? You might not know this, but even great scientific minds like Einstein and Marie Curie were left-handed. So is that just a coincidence, or is there some hidden scientific code behind it that we haven't fully understood yet? And if you train yourself to use your left hand, like eating or writing, can you actually become smarter? Today, we are going to break down the truths about left-handedness and intelligence based on real scientific research. First, let's clear up a key question. Where does being left-handed actually come from? Why are some people naturally left-handed while most of us favor our right hand? This isn't just a habit, it's something weird into us before we were even born. Scientists have found that as early as 10 to 12 weeks into pregnancy, fetuses already show a clear hand preference. Some tend to move their left hand more often, while others favor the right, and this preference is closely tied to brain structure. Our brains are divided into two hemispheres. The left hemisphere mainly handles language, logic, and math, your analytical skills. The right hemisphere is responsible for spatial awareness, music, and creativity. Here's where it gets interesting. The brain controls the body in a cross button. Your left brain controls your right hand, and your right brain controls your left hand. That means left-handed people tend to engage and stimulate the right brain more in daily life, while right-handed people rely more on the left brain. So could this be the first secret behind why left-handers seem smarter? Let's look at the science. In 2019, a research team from University of Munich in Germany conducted a massive study involving over 1 million participants. They analyzed both IQ scores and hand preference. The results showed that left-handed individuals scored on average 10% to 15% higher than right-handed individuals in logical reasoning, spatial thinking, and creative problem solving. Even more surprising, in groups of top scientists, artists, and entrepreneurs, left-handers made up about 20% to 30% of the population, compared to just 10% to 12% in the general public. Take Einstein, for example, the father of relativity, a classic left-hander, or Marie Curie, the legendary scientist who won two Nobel Prizes, also left-handed. And in the art world, left-handers really shine. Leonardo da Vinci, the ultimate Renaissance genius, painter, inventor, and scientist, was left-handed too. Part of what makes the Mona Lisa so iconic is his use of right-brain-driven holistic perception. His mastery of light, composition, and emotional expression created perfect harmony on the canvas. Now you might be wondering, does this mean left-handed people are naturally more intelligent? Not exactly. Research shows that the average IQ between left and right-handed people isn't significantly different. So why do left-handers seem smarter? The key lies in how IQ is distributed. Among right-handed people, IQ tends to cluster around the average, like a bear curve. But among left-handers, the distribution is more like a dumbbell shape. There are fewer people in the middle range, but higher proportions at both extremes, both very high IQ and lower IQ. In simple terms, left-handers are more likely to produce geniuses, but also more likely to experience developmental challenges. This difference also comes down to brain structure. Right-handed brains tend to be more specialized, The left brain handles logic and language, while the right brain handles creativity and spatial skills, like a well-organized factory. Left-handed brains, on the other hand, are more bilateral. The division of labor between hemispheres is less rigid, and many tasks require both sides of the brain to work together. This kind of cross-hemispheric collaboration can be a huge advantage when dealing with complex problems or creative tasks. It taps into more brain resources and can lead to stronger performance. But for simple, repetitive tasks, this lack of specialization can actually make left-handers slightly less efficient. Scientists once conducted an interesting experiment. They asked both left and right-handed participants to complete a complex assembly task using their non-dominant hand. Left-handers used their right hand and right-handers used their left. The result? Left-handers completed the task 30% faster and made 25% fewer mistakes. That's because left-handers are more accustomed to using both hands and have stronger cross-brain coordination. So when switching to their non-dominant hand, they adapt more quickly. Growing up in a world designed for right-handed people also pushes left-handers to adapt constantly, which can strengthen their resilience and creativity. Psychologists have found that left-handers are more likely to come up with creative solutions when facing stress or setbacks, rather than sticking to conventional thinking. Their brains are essentially trained to think differently, to break patterns and approach problems from multiple angles. So here's a big question. If left-handers have these advantages, can we become smarter by training our left hand? This is something a lot of people are curious about. The answer isn't so simple. Here's the key point. Training your left hand won't directly increase your IQ, but it can help unlock your brain's potential and make you more mentally flexible. IQ is largely influenced by genetics and is difficult to significantly change in adulthood. However, the brain remains plastic throughout life. With constant training and stimulation, we can strengthen neural connections, improve processing speed, and enhance coordination between different brain regions, leading to better real-world performance. In 2018, a research team from the University of California conducted an experiment with 100 right-handed volunteers. They asked them to spend 30 minutes a day using their left hand for everyday tasks like eating, writing, and brushing their teeth for 3 months. After the experiment, brain scans showed that connectivity between the left and right hemispheres had increased by an average of 20%. Participants also improved their scores by 15% to 20% in spatial reasoning, logical thinking, and attention. Even more impressively, their creative thinking scores jumped by 30%. Many participants reported that they found it easier to come up with fresh ideas in both work and study. But here's something interesting. More isn't always better. There's a threshold. If participants trained for more than an hour a day, fatigue increased significantly, and the benefits actually decreased. If they trained for less than 20 minutes, the brain didn't receive enough stimulation. Scientists suggest that 20 to 30 minutes per day is the optimal training time. Another key point, the effectiveness of left hand training depends on what you do, not just switching hands. Simple tasks like eating or brushing your teeth can help, but the benefits are limited. More effective training involves tasks that require fine motor skills and cognitive engagement, like writing, drawing, or crafting with your left hand. These activities activate multiple brain regions at once, making them far more powerful for brain development. One important note: take it slow Don't rush into it or force yourself too hard. Your muscle memory and neutral pathways are built over years of right hand dominance. Suddenly switching to complex left hand tasks can lead to muscle fatigue, joint strain, and even cognitive discomfort like dizziness or lack of focus. In extreme cases, it could even cause mental confusion. So the best approach is to respect your natural hand preference and gradually introduce training. In my view, whether you are left-handed or right-handed, every brain has incredible potential waiting to be unlocked. Left-handers have their natural advantages, but right-handers have their own unique strengths too. The key isn't which hand you use, but how you train your brain. So based on what we've learned today, would you be willing to spend just 30 minutes a day training your non-dominant hand? Who knows, maybe a year from now, you will be the next genius in your field.